Okay, hello everyone. Hello, beautiful people. Yes, so we're back on the Happy Place with Abby. Hey, God, I'm so tired. I'm mixing two shows together. Oh, happy Valentine, everyone. Welcome to Mongol Cronings with Abby and friends. And I'm telling you, I have actually spent this time as a fact finding period. Oh my god, no! Somebody that's been trying to join us for months finally had electricity, and then a moment happened and the network is down. Unbelievable. Hey, Nigeria for sure. This tells us, please, Nigerians, make sure that you think this thing very well. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but think this thing very well before you go and carry your vote for rice and beans, and then you spend another 4 years fighting for what the normal world has as normal. You are still fighting for it, and you are the fifth top oil producing country in the world. Haba. Think this thing through. That's what I'm saying on that matter. Anyways, today is Valentine's, and hey, God, today has been Valentine up and down the whole place. Is like, okay, let everybody be coming down for Jesus because it's becoming a bit like I went to college, so you can imagine it was love in the air. Yesterday, there was like a cake sale, all kinds of teddy bear stuff, blah blah, raffles and everything. So people were like really in the love zone in my secondary school alumni group, which I've been loving. Hey, God, come and check out love. Love that have love. That is where you will see it. Ah, man. You see, I love that group die. I don't see the thing where they go chase me. If they try, they can try and chase me. I no go. Because I know I've been smiling like a Cheshire cat since yesterday, because apart from the love songs that have come on the group, the private love songs that have been sent, I've just been like, I still have one song in my head, in the love zone or something like that. You don't have to be alone. I'm like, de gun, eh? And then I got this. So if you see me nibbling something, it's because I'm finally cracking into my Valentine gift. Although I'm not supposed to because I'm diabetic, I shouldn't be eating chocolate, but I go chop this one. Now tomorrow I no go chop I go chop this one. Then I went to the market because I was like, me, I believe very much in self-love. So I went and got some fresh crabs, got some nice in the market they laugh at me because I always say turkey arm instead of wings. So anytime I show up, the guy goes, "Oh, turkey arm, turkey arm." So he had selected some nice turkey arms. Well, I know it's wings, but we call it turkey arms. Selected some nice turkey arms for me. So I'm really excited. Tomorrow, because I'm too tired, I went to sleep. I just woke up. So tomorrow I'm going to do my own Valentine for myself. Then, of course, on social media, it's been crazy. But let me not bore you. Let me introduce, because I can already see two people. Hey, no, who understands what I'm talking about? Oh, no, welcome to the show.
Thank
Welcome.
you. You know me, I love love.
Ah, you don't love reach me. No, I've been having fun.
I know.
It's been so good. Like, I'm blushing.
Another cat did.
I'm blushing because apart from the love songs that have come on the group, I have received
Mm-hmm.
private ones. I'm like, eh?
Mm.
Especially a romantic one like this.
Oh yeah. I know who, but
And now, oh no, but I felt really like thought about.
mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say loved, but I felt very thought about, that someone actually was thinking
Mm.
of
True.
what would she appreciate.
True.
So that
Mm-hmm.
made a that meant something. That really meant something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been doing for Valentine before I bring all the others on? Because I can see a couple of more people.
I'm at work.
Hey, hey.
You
Well,
see,
okay, outside of work.
there's this thing that we do every year. Now classmates now. Secret vow, but this year it didn't hold for some reasons. So that's why I was like, see, where else can I go and torment people and make them love? So that's why I just went like, that guy, we must love. We shall, because like it has to flow somehow. Sha. So that's what I was like, and I had this collection of love songs, looking for where to play them, and voila.
In fact, some people, I actually felt what you were saying when you said, okay, for those without Val, let us
Uh-huh.
make them feel like we're to go and jump inside river.
Abi, we sure must love ourselves.
Let us share this stuff to them. So I actually planned to give that last song to them, but I was
Mhm,
like, I need to give
mhm.
it to my no. Look at the comment section. Just have,
Okay.
just have a good look at the comment section and see what's going on right now. Let's see. I
Oh.
don't know. I'm loved.
Mom is the word.
Mom is the word. If you can't see our comment section, well, I don't know how to
Sorry.
help you. But the love of my life is
Oh
right
yeah.
now declaring
Oh yeah.
love. Okay, let me add
Oh
up
yeah.
H research, but then I've got Ray Gold. Sounds very familiar. I think this is from my university. Mr. Ray Gold. Alu. Alu.
Hello, Record.
Okay, is that Mr. Ray Gold?
Yes, of course.
Is it possible to put your face on, please?
Oh, no, I don't want to show my face for now.
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
actually eating.
We are
And you don't want to share, obviously.
yeah, you don't want to share. Very greedy.
He
If it's
who,
from a
he
university,
who eats alone.
no, Nana, you see, is if it's from my university, the person must be Jebu because I went to Ogun State University.
Huh?
And unfortunately, even though I know a lot of the Jebu people that they are very, very sharing, there are some Ijebu people that are not sharing. And obviously, Mr. Ray Gold is not a sharing person.
That's why he doesn't want us to see. But it's okay. We're not angry. We're
So
not
that
angry. We're not angry.
Ac-
where is our
Actually,
own?
I'm the kind of person that shared a lot, and
He shares
They're
a lot.
waiting.
He's keeping his food away from us.
How are we
Eh,
supposed to believe you share? What's the evidence you share?
let him eat his food.
So,
that's good. That's good. That's
oh,
good.
So
Let me
how
see.
was Valentine been for you today?
Yeah, Valentine, good, very quiet, and working. I just log off from my computer now and trying to watch the news and go to bed. That's it.
You
Thank
see,
God.
because you are not sharing, that is why your Valentine is not as delicious as mine.
oh
Wow,
yeah.
that's good.
You see me, I brought my own. At least, even if I am eating it and people are swallowing along with me, it is still sharing. Abi, Nana, am I
Mm.
lying?
Yeah, so anyway, I'm going for Valentine dinner later on
I
when I
was like,
close.
now you're talking because I was going to call later on and be like, Uncle, Alpha, close the
No, he's taking. Yeah, he told me already. Don't eat too much. Don't eat anything.
That's good. That's good. Oh, that is so nice. I love it when
Mm.
people who consider themselves old romantic couples still
You
go
see
out.
Anna? Should we see Anna?
Very, very nice. Let me see. Egba Mike. Yeah, my chocolate comes with label.
Ew,
It comes with instructions.
it's not an easy something.
It's not that easy something. When chocolate comes with instruction, then you know
Or
that
how to eat it.
when it comes with instruction, you know that it's not an easy something.
It's not easy at all, man.
He is going to sleep. Let me bring Mr. H. Oh, Mr. Wale is also around. Mr. H. Hello, hello, hello.
It's a
Hey,
hate.
you
How are
promised me
you?
Valentine with your mouth, your liver, your kidney, and I did not
Mm-hmm.
see. Pim.
Mm.
So what is going
Happy
on?
Valentine's. We I
Maybe
don't
you were there, and now when he was promising that he was going to buy me
So,
jet, or is it car?
so
What was
it
it? And then
was
even
car, and you
the
said no,
most
oh
like
yonder. You don't even want the car. You just want
every want a car.
love and affection. But look at
even
us
the
today.
love and affection I did not see. Toy car I did not see. Tire of in fact blankets from airplane I didn't see. Nothing. So this
Did you
your
even get a text message? Did you get any
nothing.
special Valentine something something? No,
We didn't
Mr.
Mr. H,
H,
you
communicate.
fall my hand.
I
You
don't,
fall my hand.
in fact,
Happy
raise your hand if fall.
Valentine.
He fall me,
You
Abby.
what?
This is
All of
I
me.
just
You did
Eh,
what? What did he say?
I
He doesn't
have
celebrate Valentine.
I say happy Valentine to all the beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
I don't do Valentine, but
Sure.
it's just it's just but because I believe every day should be a day of love. So
Yeah, every
that's
day
the
should be a Mother's Day, but then we only celebrate Mother's Day twice in a year, or is it once, twice?
yeah
That's how it is
yeah
now.
no, it
Eh.
yes.
was this the
Eh?
song he was singing that
In fact, I say you don't fall my hand, so we don't already talk. I mean, Mr. H, there's nothing you can say anymore that will fall me further. My
Mr.
hand is already on the ground.
H, go to the comment section and go and see declaration.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the person who gave me this. No, is it no? No. It's not.
You don't catch yourself now. You see her now. So we see her now.
No, it's the person. It's not the person. It's not the person.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Mm-hmm.
was checking. I thought it was the person. The because the person who brought
Somebody else.
is a different person. Yes, is a different person.
Is my face smiling?
No, is a lady. She
Oh,
brought it.
okay.
Is a lady that brought.
Okay.
She
Okay.
brought it at 2 a.m. Safe.
That's a serious
Because
thing.
she came in quite late. So she came in at 2 a.m. Okay, there's a
But
message
Sister
from
Nana, you said you're going out for VAR very soon.
For dinner,
Mr. Ray Gold is saying
when I
happy.
close now, that should be like in 5 hours or do.
Oh, okay.
She's
It's
still at
okay.
work. Mr.
Enjoy it.
H, the way you have
Yes.
fallen my hand.
My hand is
You
still on the
you
floor.
get your gift. Don't worry. It's coming. It's on the way. You don't know if it's a surprise.
Sure.
Mr. H, don't bobo me.
Sure.
You
You know the
don't.
worst kind of person to bobo? Somebody who has a talk show. You know that? Because I will just open your nyash outside.
But
Don't
but
bobo
people
me.
do
Oh.
Valentine during the weekend now, not weekdays. Like it's
It's
just
when
one.
it comes, man. It's when it
Well,
comes. Come on, we
you don't
just
follow.
flow.
Excuse, just a follow excuse.
We just
Abby,
flow.
Abby, you
But
are
there was
loved
a weekend.
every
There was a weekend before
day is
today,
Valentine
Chapo.
for
So
you.
I don't get your excuse. There was a weekend before today, and the weekend that just passed was the Valentine weekend. So what stopped you from celebrating Valentine that weekend?
I wonder.
I'm still trying to figure out the excuse, Mr. H. It's not
Abby,
taking any
Abby,
weight.
Abby is loved every day. Every day is Abby's Valentine. So
Sure. They
it's
proclaim the love on the day others are proclaiming their own love too. That's
it's
what we call
it's
Valentine's Day.
now on this Valentine. Somebody's they just came up with a story and everybody just followed. Let me do my own
Let's not
way.
even go there. Let's not start that one because we're going to talk about history of Valentine. It's not another that came with story. It's not like that.
Hey,
Mr. H, please
Nana,
let's not go there.
let us even go. Let's go. Okay, Mr. Wale, I don't know what's happened. Please join us. Let me read the comments that we have. I was actually hoping to hear the story because I actually told the
I
person.
know the story.
You know the story of the side chick.
Which side chicks?
That's what I'm telling you that Valentine has different stories somewhere
Oh
else.
yeah, I know. I've heard. I learned so many other stories that I never even knew.
Very good. You're able to share them with us. Okay, Mr. Wale, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Can you show us your face?
That one go hard though.
Why nah?
Ah, I- malo makubara mi niyan jare.
No, you're not. Don't worry. You shall not be cobalized. You're fine.
No.
Look at this beautiful one that I'm having now.
I'm actually somewhere, and the people where I am won't want to be
Oh, okay.
seen, so to
Okay. You're
speak.
in a contraband area.
When people
Well,
start using these pronouns, when people start using pronouns,
Oh, instead of he or she.
he or she is now they or them.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
we understand it. Not
you
actually,
get
them.
now.
actually on this occasion, it's because there's more than one person here.
Oh, you could have
Nana,
fooled
Oh,
me. How can we know if there's more than one person or not? I mean, we're just taking your
Nana,
word for it. We're taking
Nana,
your word
okay.
for it.
Nana,
On
have
on a
you
more
noticed
on
that
a more
when
on a more
Oyibo is plenty?
on a more serious note, I am actually supposed to be in a meeting. I just logged in because I'd already promised Abby that okay, you know what, next time you're on, I will try to log on. That's all.
Okay. That's
Okay, that's
And
fine.
honorable. That's
I,
honorable.
Okay, I agree. Thank you.
I,
Because when
I
he
actually
makes promises, he keeps them. Mm.
I actually logged on to it via YouTube, and then I realized that oh, okay, I'll just be by myself and watching the people's faces or something. So that's why I switched to
And now
StreamYard.
you don't want us to watch your own face, but it's okay. It's okay. We're not angry. We're not
I
angry.
don't mind. I don't mind people watching my face. It's just
But we
that
are not.
And it's a
the
very
rest,
handsome face, oh Nana.
You see, this is it. People
the
that are
rest of it,
handsome or beautiful, they'll just be holding their faces. But it's okay. It's okay. We're not
uh,
angry. We're not
okay.
angry.
Oh,
Mm.
Alaja Nana,
Sir,
salam alaikum.
alaikum salam. It's who is this one
Have you
attacking
finished?
you?
Have you finished? I want to see your face, yeah. Anyways,
Nipato,
huh? He's in
Nipato.
Abio, he's in the UK here, Nana. Very, handsome a person.
Is
You
he a
like
silver
Uh,
fox? Is he a silver fox?
no, Nana, he's right up your street.
He's a silver fox. You see now.
Beyond silver. He's a beautiful
Oh,
face.
but it's okay. That you see, I was getting really worked up about him not showing it. You see, I knew there was something, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not angry.
Okay. I'm reading content. Somebody
Alaja,
told me
go and have dinner. Hmm?
No, it's not time for dinner now. I've never had lunch.
he's in
No,
America.
I'm just telling you that I have heard that you're going for dinner. So what are
Eh,
you looking? Uh,
it's still lunchtime. Okay, you
Dinner,
can't use that
but
for me. It's
dinner
still
cannot be
lunchtime.
plentiful, Abi.
or you don't
Exactly.
you don't actually
Men
get
are
it.
not we now.
Ah, that's for man and not woman.
Forget. Let's not start this argument here. Have you ever heard of something called polyandry? Have you
Well,
ever heard of something called
well,
polyandry?
not in
What is good
Islam.
for the What is good for the goose is good for the gander too.
Not in Islam.
My
Yeah.
mom
Okay,
got there. I'm not even going to
Oga,
get this conversation.
let's not go there oh, because that's another story altogether. If you want to start the argument today, there's nowhere it is mandated. No, listen. Even in Islam, there's nowhere it's compulsory. You have to be in a polygamy. Nowhere that it is
No,
like
I never.
you have to.
Oh
No,
yeah, let us leave it and move to the topic at
no.
hand.
Before she actually goes, before we move off that, let me tell you.
Mhm,
It'll just take a minute or two.
mm,
Personally, right?
mm,
My understanding or my interpretation of that injunction
mm,
in the Quran,
mhm.
yeah, that says, oh, you're allowed as a man, you're allowed to have up to 4 wives. You see the stipulation in it. It's like a caveat. Yeah, it says
Mm.
as long as you can treat all of them equally, blah 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 blah. You know that you can't even
It
treat.
doesn't end there. It doesn't end there.
No,
That's
no,
not the end of the ayah.
no. I can actually recite all that and tell you
Okay,
exactly what
what
it
does
is.
it
But
continue?
I'm,
Guys,
Continue.
I'm
guys,
no. I'm
please,
just
I beg
let me
you.
just finish what I want to say.
Mm.
What I wanted to say is you can't even treat 2 of your kids the same way 100%. So never mind 4
Mm.
wives. So for me, I had this discussion with my parents like 40
Mm.
something, 50 years ago, that I think
Mm.
what they were trying to tell people is have 1 wife and stick with 1. But then that's for another day.
Okay, no, quickly. Why I said complete that ayah was because the rest of the ayah says, and I know you cannot. So one is best for you. That's the completion of
Oh,
the ayah.
okay. See
Yes,
that
that's why I
part
said
of
complete it. I said
Okay,
complete
that
it.
part.
It's not. It didn't end there.
Guys,
Yeah. So,
I beg you now.
well,
Let
we've
me.
taken it.
That
We've concluded. To be
that part
continued,
of the
Wale.
So I
that
want
part
to
of the
read out.
is never.
Oh my
Most
God.
scholars never add to it.
Wale,
Never add that to anything. Oh yeah, yeah. Abi Nujari.
I will
Oh
chase
yeah.
you people. I beg you, use this your
Which
name.
people? Let
Carry
me they
on.
talk. Shiwala.
So Michael says, I really like this lady by the name Nana Shehu. She's someone I'd
Ooh,
like to meet. And
I'm
I
blushing.
think Michael
I'm
is
blushing.
actually here.
I'm blushing.
Hello,
Oh,
Michael.
it's not the Michael of Vijossi that was
I'm
jogging.
not too sure. I'm not too sure whether it's Michael of Justin. Well, is this Michael that we all wanted to uh, hear him speak? We all wanted to sit at his feet and hear him speak. Hello, Michael. Ah, Michael has abandoned us. Oh. He has abandoned us. Love, don't.
Love don't leave here
Oh, it's
anymore.
Michael Shitu.
I
Yes, he's the
can't.
one. He's the
I
one.
can't.
He's
I'm
Michael Shitu.
Anymore.
listening. I'm just listening.
It's Michael. It's Michael
Okay.
Shitu. He said he's listening. But okay, Michael, as long as you don't go away after the show so that I can talk to Nana. Agreed?
Now you're making me blush. Mr. H, can you see me
Agreed.
turn purple?
Agreed.
Okay, he said agreed. Okay, so Maymoon was meant to join us. She said network is down, Ninja for you. So unfortunately, Maymoon can't join us. So let us go into the different origin stories of Valentine. So I have never heard the side chick one until today. So Nana, can you do us a favor and tell
Mm,
us different stories
I
surrounding?
know, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Initially, the first story I knew about Valentine was about this young priest who was marrying off soldiers that were going to war. Then the soldiers were not allowed to get married because the whole idea was if they go to the war front, they'll be thinking of their wives they left behind and they will not concentrate on the war and they will be defeated. So they banned them from marrying. But he married them in secret so that they will not commit fornication. You know, he felt it's better they're married and all that. So he was found out and was imprisoned. And he became friendly with the daughter of the prisoner, and he was going to be executed, and he was executed. And the last letter he wrote to the daughter of the prisoner was um, from your Valentine or something like that. That's how he signed it. So that was it. So that was the whole idea. He married people off so that they won't commit fornication. He's the god. He's the patron saint of love and marriage and stuff. Now, another version says he was ministering to Christians who were locked up at different places, and then they caught him because at that time Christianity wasn't like a favorable thing. I mean, they were being persecuted, so they dug him out and they killed him. Another version says they killed him because he. These two other versions came later in my life. Oh, that another version says that he fell in love with a lady who he shouldn't have fallen. I think status thing or something. Another version says that's why he was killed. Another version says he was a Catholic priest. He wasn't supposed to have any type of relationship with a female, and he had love. He felt love. They didn't say he committed any particular sin. It was just love. Okay, so that's why he was killed. And now it may interest you to know that because of all of these controversies, the Catholic Church stopped celebrating St. Valentine's Day since 1969 because there were lots of controversies. Now you say Valentine, there were so many Valentines that were canonized. And you say Valentine, Saint Valentine, which one? Of Tiny? Saint Valentine of
Two of
Rome?
them were actually two Valentines were killed on February 14th.
You see, so it's like, which Valentine are you talking about? So they
Although
should
years
stop the
apart. years apart, but
Uh-huh.
both of
So
them
to
were
stop this confusion, the Catholic Church stopped celebrating. It's still part of, yeah. There's, if you check out the list of saints, that people that were human beings that were canonized and made saints in the list, you see Valentine, one or two or three said, but no more celebration since 1969, and that's about it.
69. How dare they? Continue.
69. Why 69? I mean, there's
I'm
something,
not saying anything.
but what am I to say anything? Why did they
I'm
choose
not
that
saying
year? I
anything.
don't know. I don't know why they chose that year. But anyway, fun fact: he's also the patron saint of beekeeping, leprosy, fainting, um,
Leprosy. Care.
yes, fainting, engaged couples, and lovers. And the way the Catholics, I don't know if I'm wrong, somebody should correct me here, but this is to the best of my knowledge. When Catholics, the way they pray is like they seek for saints to intercede for them in prayers. So because this particular Saint Valentine, well, we're not sure which one now at this point. We're not sure which Saint Valentine, but one
But
of Saint
the one,
Valentine
one of them.
eh, is also like they look up, like they just think of somebody nice, someone that has a good reputation, and say you should be the patron saint for this, for that. So for people that have leprosy, is the patron saint. Beekeepers is their patron saint. People that faint is their patron saint. Engaged lovers is their patron saint. Love is their patron saint. I rest
Wow.
my case.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. That's technically the story that I knew.
But what about the side chick?
From all of growing up. That's all the stories that I knew. Until I discovered one tonight. And a South African was agreeing, someone from Angola, someone from the Congo were all agreeing that no, that is the story of Valentine, because the person was saying, I was like, oh, what are you doing for Valentine? Say, that evil thing. No, I'm not involved in it. It's an evil celebration. And I was like, how did so I'm reading the comments. Someone said 69 was a good year.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was.
So I'll get to the comments because the comments are hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. So
69
so
is
these people were agreeing that it was the same story, that the only story that they knew. So they were like,
Oh,
it's an evil ceremony, it's an evil event, it's an evil you know celebration, and they don't want any part of it. And I was like, what, why are you calling the most beautiful of all celebrations, as far as I'm concerned, why are you calling it evil? And this is the
Well,
story.
over the years, just
Oh, okay.
over
Mr. Wale, go on.
over the years, just like Christmas, yeah, over the years, just like Christmas, a lot of people don't actually know the origins of the celebration. They just partake in it. End of story. Nobody, a lot of people are not even interested in what the history is or what it meant 50 years, 100 years ago. Today, it is all about love, giving and receiving, and what's it. You see all that history? A lot of people don't really, they don't
And
care.
I get that, but this particular history fascinated me because I actually asked the lady. She's the one who said 69 is a good year. She's actually the one who really, but she actually voicemailed the story to me, and I wish I could have put it up so that we all could hear the story at once, but I sadly
Oh,
can't.
okay.
But
What
anyways,
I mean,
this
what
is the
exactly
story.
happened?
And
What
that's what I want to tell
is
now.
69?
Bobby Ari, I want to tell
it's
the
not
story.
69, oh.
It's not
Oh, okay.
69. I'm talking the general story.
Oh man, this guy.
I tell you, yeah.
I mean,
And in fact,
69
everything
is
I even get, ijogbo, damn ijogbo. Okay, so basically, he was a priest. If I'm wrong, please correct me. He was a priest who fell in love with a married woman, and he was like, he really wants this woman to be his love and everything, but he has husband now, so he basically poisoned the husband so that he could make his side chick his mistress. Well, his side chick is still his side chick because if he's a priest, he still can't marry her.
Mm,
but he didn't like the idea of her having a husband
mm.
while he couldn't be her husband. So he poisons the husband
He did
and
a David.
basically basically to keep her to himself alone. So I was like, I have never heard that story. And in fact, I came home and I spent about an hour online looking for this version. Could not find any version like that. So I'm like, trust Africans. We go find our own.
No, naturally,
Because
though.
all of a sudden they said Valentine had a side chick.
I mean,
He did that. Is that a
I
side
mean,
chick? That's not a side chick. That's a
But she
babe.
I
Now
mean,
was
that's a
a side
I
girlfriend.
chick.
mean, look,
No,
Funny
she was
enough,
a side. Well, no, yeah,
hello.
because
funny
he's
enough, that's
supposed
it.
to be dedicated to God. So any other
Yeah,
thing outside of God is a side
Hello.
chick.
yeah, but okay. So yeah, he's married to the
Uh,
church.
all right.
He's
So
married
she's
to
the
the
side
church.
chick. Yes,
So
yeah.
she's the side chick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I mean,
But like,
logically speaking, eh?
Well, funny enough, that's the first version I had
but I've never heard of
many
that
years
version
ago.
until tonight. So that was very
And
interesting.
it's the African version of Valentine. Wow.
Exactly. Of course, we
That's
have to accommodate a
I had
I
man
mean, look at
in
it,
that
eh?
version. Mr. H.
Hello,
Michael,
everyone.
are you talking
Yeah,
to us?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, look,
Oh, we
logic.
couldn't hear you. Sorry, Michael, can you
Also,
speak?
yeah, yeah, see, I've heard what everyone is saying, and to be honest with you, I think there are different versions of Valentine that a lot of us have heard. And I think one of the most popular one is the one that I was trying to share with us.
Mm,
However, see, when we start looking at history, okay, you will find that a lot of things in history have been watered down. I'll give a good example, and this is one of my beautiful example ever. Now, I'm not trying to be racial, I'm not trying to digress from the conversation of Valentine, but we were told, that the fair man is a white man and the black man is a colored man. Okay? And then when you look at the color itself, white, and you put it next to the fair man, it's not white. It's not white. It's either it's pink or otherwise. Are you with me? Now, we were also told that 1 plus 1 equals 2, and we believed it. We were also told that the first alphabet in English is A, and we believed it. So nobody can actually give us real fact other than the things that we ourselves have just read and have just believed.
okay, but
Mm.
That's the
I'm a
Michael,
truth.
little bit confused, really.
No,
yeah,
no,
me
no,
too.
no, no.
Because
You
see
can't.
the,
Michael, wait,
see
hold
the,
on, Michael.
the analogy
Wait,
of the
wait,
alphabet and the 1 plus 1, they don't work.
wait, hold on. Saint Valentines are actual real men that the church canonized. They're not imaginary people. So these are stories written about people that lived in that time, in that area, that did things, and then the church canonized them.
But can I say something?
Okay.
These were things that were written by certain individuals about certain individuals that we've been told to believe. Are you with me?
Yeah, but
Even I myself, I cannot even tell you the full. I cannot even tell you the full details of where I am originally from, other than what I've been told. So when I'm going to be telling my kids, it's what I've been told, and my kids will tell their own kids what their father has also told them. So in a nutshell, it's literally what we've been told or what we've read. Somebody put those things together. That's the truth, Abby. Somebody
yeah,
put those
but
things
Michael,
together.
a 100 years from now,
Yeah.
A
somebody's
will
going
still be A.
somebody's going to be reading the history of Abby written by maybe Nana or by somebody else and be like, wow, this is this. There was somebody called Abby who lived and did this and did that or whatever. Same
I
thing.
just like that
Somebody's
name,
going to read
Nana.
about Obama or
I'm blushing. Thank you.
somebody's going to read about Obama or Mandela, and then they wrote about somebody that they knew that they were around his period. and then other people, will rewrite and talk. So same thing. Nana will write a story about me, I might write a story about Nana, and then maybe somebody else will say, "Oh, I really enjoyed that story. I want to write it again so that younger people in my time will know about it." And then like that, like that, like that. But it doesn't take away from the fact that once upon a time there lived a Nana, and once upon a time there lived an Abby. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these are not fictional stories. This is actually something that the church canonized the people for. They were killed. These men were killed. Two Saint Valentines were killed February the 14th, about maybe 100 years apart, but they were killed because of the good things they were doing in the society. And because of the good things they were doing in the society, the church decided to canonize them and make them saints. So do you understand the difference there? So it's not a them say story. This is a man of our time. This is what he did. This is why he was killed, and we are writing about it. Now we, of course, and the same thing I mean, look at Santa Claus. This whole Santa Claus thing is Coca-Cola that started the whole thing. Now they drew,
Hmm.
yeah. Santa Claus is a Coca-Cola
No
creation.
wonder it's red.
Yeah, to sell their product. And the whole world has now taken Santa Claus even more than Jesus, that own, well, even Jesus self no be the holiday. But you understand? So of
It's
course people
synonymous with Christmas.
they will adopt things, they will adapt things, and some things will change. But I think the overall story, the core story of Valentine is that these men believed in love, and they went against the law, they went against rules to make sure that their belief went through, and they paid the ultimate price. And we get to eat chocolates because of them now. So
And potatoes get to potate because of them now.
potatoes get to potatoes. Oh my god, I'm going to look for a way to use that. So, Michael, apart from the story of Valentine, what are your plans? What have you done? What are you planning to do?
You
And I'm
you
not
want me
winking at you. I'm not winking.
you want me to be honest?
Be honest.
He doesn't
Please don't tell
celebrate
me you're
Valentine's.
working, because I will
If I
speak for you.
if I really want to make a wish right now, I think this platform will shut down.
What's the wish now? We will not shut down.
Oh,
We are
there
the
she
first
were
one that
here.
we are here.
Nana, I
Oh,
want to
there
be
she.
Nana's Valentine.
Oh, see now. I've done all shades of purple.
I'm going to delete the two, both of you. What is it?
Oh, Lord, I'm blushing.
Mr. Edge, can you see? Can you see your mate?
Okay, Michael, I wish you could come here, but you see, anyway,
You
distance
wish
is
you
only
could
a
come
thing of
here.
the
You want
mind.
you want I don't know you.
As I
Me
said,
alone.
men lolo we,
I don't know you. Let
the
me
more
just
the
Uh,
merrier.
honestly, distance will not be a problem. If I can
my
travel to
heart
Lagos
is
to
not
Oh,
you.
inside though.
oh, oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh. Adi, I don't want to hear your voice again. I'm hearing
Wait,
that voice.
our
Adi,
dear
keep
listeners,
quiet.
Have
wait,
issues now. Have
our dear
issues.
listeners,
Relax.
please let it be put on record that the Mongolo Cruise show with Abby and friend does not support adultery.
No, no,
You see, this is it. You guys just look at love as a bad thing. It mustn't be.
no.
It mustn't end up in adultery. Love is
Exactly.
love. Love is
Now.
Baby, oh,
pure.
I don't
Love
know
Exactly.
is
another
pure.
one.
Exactly. It is. It is on.
Story that touched the heart. My
It is.
heart
It
is
is.
not inside.
It is
Love is a
beautiful.
beautiful, pure
You
thing.
see. You see.
Don't
We
corrupt
said
it.
it.
Don't make it
You
look
see.
ugly.
We said it. We said the
Please,
same
love
word at the
X.
same time.
You
Ah,
Hmm.
goodness
Mr.
me.
H, deliver me
I
from
can
this
feel it
tribulation.
coming in the air tonight.
is that
Oh
Shahid?
Lord,
Oh,
No, it's Mr. Michael. He's singing
Oh,
for
okay.
I can
Oh,
feel it Coming in the
Maybe I have to go off camera. I'm blushing too
Please,
much.
can the two of you just like effing go?
okay, I'll be shooting. But no, now we need to exchange contact, you know.
You don't
Yeah, we
get go.
should. We should.
Mr. H,
Eat your heart
Mr.
out.
H, Mr. H. What are you doing that is so important? You're not
He
seeing
said,
the
this one pass my
casala
power.
right.
He said, he passing power.
You cannot see the casala that is busting right now on my head. Right now, you're before. And you're keeping quiet. You're reading one nonsense about this book. Come on, will you come online and come and deliver me?
Leave Mr. H. He loves love.
He loves love as long as he's not involved. You're laughing. This is funny to you. Eh? See how he's just smiling. I better trouble. Anyways, let me to the comments to cheer myself up. So Sheil Umar wrote, "Happy Val to my sweetheart Zuchi. Lots of love always. Kiss, hugs."
Oh.
Well, so Zuchi, wherever you are, I hope you are hearing this. I hope you're hearing this. And Zuchi replied, "Thank you, baby."
Hey.
Then Adakuti. Hey, thank you. She said, "Happy Val." And then Oluwato said, there, that's Toasters. She also said, "Happy Valentine." No, Toasters. Thank you very much. That's my neighbor in my old house when I first moved to Bolton. She now lives in London. And then Mapula said, 69 was a good year. Yes, it was, baby. It was. So, we've talked about the myths of Valentine. Let's talk about the realities. Now, I have confessed here last week that when Nana, I don't know where you were around when I was confessing. I think it was on my radio show that I was confessing.
Okay.
Also, yeah, it was on my radio show. My radio show is tomorrow, by the way, from 10 p.m. to midnight. Shameless plug. So when we were in school,
Mhm.
and remember now Valentine, they used to use people who get cake,
Oh,
teddy
yes.
bears, one thing. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember one year when I did a whole production that letters came and a teddy bear and some sweets came for me. And I
Okay.
was excited about it, and it was from a secret admirer. Can you remember?
No, no. Was it that secret Valentine?
Not secret Val time. It
Okay,
was
okay.
in school. We were in school, and
Mm-hmm.
people were getting vowels and everything. And every year now, like
Yeah.
throughout SS, everybody was getting val. Man, I just they look. So SS1 and the whole Jamal Lawal thing had happened.
Mm-hmm.
So SS1, I now we went away on a short break, and I went to stay at Vivian Ilozwe's place in Jos.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and bought a teddy bear and some sweets, and I packed it and I gave it to a friend and asked them to post it to
Oh,
this.
but of course you have to celebrate yourself. If no one else will,
I posted to this school, and I was
God no go
making a
shame
big
us.
song and dance about how, oh, my Valentine.
Oh, but of course.
And of course, a couple of people were like, Valentine, not true,
Mm.
not true.
And they were envious, not knowing the story behind the story.
No, they weren't envious. They knew it was a bloody fucking lie.
Oh, really?
Because I did imagine secret admirer. I didn't have any letter, nothing, just one
Mm.
name. Something else.
Gift entered.
But anyways, I've been looking online and seeing the way people are reacting to Valentine. Some people are treating it like a real massive bloody deal. Like
Mm.
some people have come online, they've cried, now waiting, we do you. Some people have actually broken up like last week so that they won't do Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have spent the equivalent of their rent to celebrate Valentine.
Yeah. True.
All kinds of stuff. And it's like there's a lot of expectations attached to it. What do you think? Who is laughing? Mr. Wale,
It's Wale.
lecturer, you go. Why are you laughing? Yeah, Nana, what do you think? Since
In my humble
men
opinion,
are
I
beginning
think
to abandon
it's
us.
over it's overblown, really. The truth is, when we talk about love, it mustn't be. It could be any kind of love because there are all types of love, and it starts with loving yourself, which a lot of us do not know how to, um, and also loving people around you. If some people like they really know what love is, really know how to celebrate love, they decide to go and spend Valentine's Day in orphanages or something like that, just to show the love. The whole idea is show someone love. It could be anybody. I remember one time I was in university, and this, how it is now, Valentine, and I had no Valentine. And I didn't want the day to just go like that. So I thought, who could I vow? And I thought my Valentine for that year would be my mother. So I went to the store. I got Valentine card for mother, and I got a cake and a bottle of wine, and I took it to her. My mother's birthday is February 19th. So she wasn't familiar about Valentine. She didn't. So when she saw me with all of that, she said, "Oh, it's not today. My birthday is in a few days." I'm like, "No, no, it's Valentine." I said, "Oh, since my father died, that she forgot that he's the one that used to tell her when it's Valentine's Day and all that." So I chose that day rather than just be moody. I have nobody. I chose my mother to be my Valentine. Some other years it was my children. I'll just take them out on Val's Day, man. We're not going to, today won't be a sad day. Now, I saw my mom sending me happy Valentine's Day today, and it worked. I mean, it stayed in her head that 14th February is now Valentine after that incident. But yes, it could be anybody. And it must not be a reason to fornicate. Because a lot of people see it that way. It is not.
Ah, I
It
I
is not
carry
a
go
reason to
chop dinner.
fornicate.
We must smash
You see,
tonight.
that's the thing. Love is not physical. Love
It
is
can be
intangible.
expressed
It's
physically.
intangible. It mustn't end up in bed. No, that's not what the whole love thing is all
Go
about.
on
No,
a
no, no.
fridge.
And it mustn't be materialistic. And women, especially this time, I'm going to talk to my sisters. Women, we are the problem here. A man must give us. You don't give us, you don't love me. No, no, please. If you love yourself, give yourself a gift on Valentine's Day. You mustn't wait for another man or somebody else to give you. No, give yourself that gift and take yourself out. Give yourself a spa treatment. Give yourself a special treat. I was talking earlier, Abby. Earlier, I was talking with Jennifer,
Mm.
Jeff. And I was telling her how I want to show myself love more, henceforth. And one of the things was to go back to exercising and gymming and all of that. And she told me that, yes, let me start by buying myself a new pair of sports shoes.
Trainers, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's that. Give yourself a Valentine gift of that. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So this kind of things, you love yourself. You don't need to wait for someone to love you. Love
Yeah.
yourself, because if you don't love yourself enough, you can't even show love to the person
You
loving you.
can't give
So
what you don't have.
exactly. So, and please, let's not make it materialistic. Let's not make it physical, because that's what gets people into trouble. Love is much more than materialistic things. Love is much more than physical contact. Love is much more than fornication. So
No,
that's it.
definitely, definitely. Look at me and my darling. I mean, we haven't. The last time we saw was, I think, 1993,
Photo. And you're still darling.
and our love is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we actually saw each other in real flesh.
Mm.
So you don't have to see somebody, you don't have to touch them.
True.
You can
True.
just love someone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also, Dr. Senu in the house. So
Success
before I
area.
get to Dr. Senu's comments, there's also something I wanted to point out, which has sort of flown out of my head now, which I am now a bit cross with myself that it has, which I'm saying this, so I'm hoping that it comes back into my head. It's not. Let me get to Dr. Senu's comments. Nana, can you read the comments, please, while I'm trying to
Okay. Where's Dr. Sinu's comment?
I've highlighted it.
Okay. It says best reason to get some. I know then on that side, my gift to myself is a nice orishi rishi. Just joking. If it's all about love, then it can be any dedicated day. Yes. Yes, that one day says. It says hi, and he apologizes, I guess. By the way, what is for fornication? I don't know what fornication is. And don't ask me what fornication is, please. And I don't know what fornication is.
So, I now remember what I wanted to say. Michael, I don't know if you remember. Michael, are you there? When Michael,
I'm here. I'm here.
can you
I'm
remember
listening.
when we were in church, when we were part of the singles group, and we actually went one Valentine to an orphanage,
Yeah.
and we went to celebrate Valentine there. In
Yeah.
fact,
That's it.
I
That's
It
the
mean,
wasn't.
that,
spirit.
that
It
is
wasn't
over
Sule.
20 years ago, and I
Yeah.
still
Heart
That's the
of.
remember.
spirit.
And it's called Heart of Gold.
You see?
And I'm telling you, it was one of the best days ever. Just
Very
spending with the
emotional.
children, with
Very
like
And make
loving.
your
people were
day
like
special.
emotional, and it like just spending with people who normally
Like,
don't go through life not really getting love in any way, shape, or
Mm-hmm.
form. And
Mm-hmm.
it's still one of the most fulfilling days I've spent on this earth.
There you are.
I was with friends and we went and we just loved on these kids and they loved on us
Um,
because they were like, oh, this. Because again, one thing which that from research that I've done, people, children from orphanages, they fall in love very quickly
mm-hmm.
because it's something that they don't know. That is why once somebody comes to come and work there, they are enamored with the person. They love the person because there's this psychological thing of, oh, if we love this person enough, they won't leave us. They won't go.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, and the way these kids were loving on us, I felt quite
Oh.
guilty when we had to
Got
go.
to leave,
So
yeah.
I said, oh, we'll try and come back, but you know how it is. We say, oh, we'll try. I think we went back one more time, if I can remember, but that was one of the most fulfilling days ever. And this whole thing about loving yourself is a very important thing, very, very, very important. A
it's a
lot.
commandment.
So,
It's a commandment. Love
Okay,
so.
Michael,
yourself
elaborate
as
on
thy
that.
neighbor. It's in the Bible. The Bible says, love yourself as so much as you would love your neighbor.
Mhm.
So
Love your
it's
neighbor
not.
as yourself.
And now you have to love
Yes,
Right
yourself.
here.
now.
I love your
Yes,
neighbor.
now. No, no, no. See, let me tell you what I've done. What I've done is I've actually turned that scripture in such a way that you have to first love yourself first to
Yeah,
understand
to
what
love.
love is. Then you can then
True.
express it to somebody. There's a place in the Bible. Some people say, "Oh, I don't have friends," but there's a place in the Bible. You know what it says?
For you to get friends, you have to
You
be
must be
friendly yourself.
friendly. End of story.
You
Sometimes
have
the
to be
things
a friend first
you have
to get
exactly
friends.
to yourself. There's something about self. There's something about self. There's something about belief. There's something about confidence. There's something about, you know, loving every. Let me tell you something. When we went to that orphanage, let me tell you, when we left that orphanage, something struck my heart. And since that day, it's never changed. I'll tell you what it is. It could have been me.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Those kids could have been me.
True.
It could have been me.
It's true. It's good to think that way, really.
There is
Could
no
have been any
day
of us.
that there is no day I don't appreciate myself. There's nothing anybody wants to tell me right now that will make me belittle myself. Ujo, let me
Mm-hmm.
speak in Yoruba. Never.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The confidence, see, sometimes I walk in a place, the confidence that I have is the fact that God has described me as somebody that is unique, a special creature. That is, there's
Mm-hmm.
none, and nobody can be like me, and nobody will be me.
Ever. Ever.
That alone is enough. That is self love.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst thing anybody can do, I think I'm not sure who said it, that I think this is the person was talking about ladies believing, or they have to get something to for them to sort of
It's your
understand
girlfriend,
that
Nana.
it's your oh Nana, I love you for that anyway, but don't worry, we'll talk. But you see, sometimes let me tell you guys, ladies, sometimes there's a vacuum that every man carries. Every man every man you see out there is a baby. He also wants to be loved. He
Mm.
also wants to be
Yinka,
pampered. Now,
baby, oh.
listen, every man you see
Yeah.
there, every man has that tendency of just natural reciprocating certain things. It's in our DNA. We just react. Show a man love, man, forget it, man. He will build a mountain for you. It's very important. You know, we want to be told those sweet things as well. I'm telling you, every
But
man just want to be
Michael, there are
pampered
some
and
men who are
showered.
shown love and they despise the woman.
The question is, what is love? You have to
What
understand.
does the person understand as love? Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. Does the person really understand? I'll tell you one thing, let me be honest with you. Sometimes when I meet people and I start to engage in them, and we start talking, let me tell you one thing. You see, your background, where you're coming from, is very important in your conversation because you have to
Mhm.
understand where this person is coming from. Some people are coming from homes where they don't understand love, where there's not like
True.
love, but nothing but hatred.
True.
So hatred has been the norm. It has been the order of the day. So when you're showing them love, they feel there's something you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
They feel there's an hidden agenda because
No
from what I
trust.
from yeah, exactly, from what I've been told, these things are not free now.
Mm-hmm.
These things are not free. They come with a price, so I better be
Mm-hmm.
careful because they're not used to it. Now I'll give an instance right now. Some of us grew up with our parents not even hugging us, so sometimes it's difficult for us to understand the importance of hugging.
True.
Some of us, our parents have never hugged us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Some of us cannot even remember the last time our dad, our mom even hugged us. Where are some
Mm-hmm.
people
Talk less of saying I love
hugging
you.
is
Mm-hmm.
exactly. For some people, hugging is a natural phenomenon. For some people now, when they hug certain people, they go, come on, girl, man hug me, boy, man hug me. I look at that guy,
Mm.
hug me. I think the guy really loves me. The guy might not even have any feeling for you. It's just his
Yeah, it was just a
natural
hug.
way. It's just a hug. It's just the natural way of doing things. So sometimes it's also good to understand background. Background is very, very important.
Mm.
It's very important. Then when you understand somebody's background, then you'll be able to understand where they are coming from. And then it gives you a blueprint of how to take them to the next level, to talk about these things, to show them these things, to say this is genuine. And that's why you find out some ladies who fall in love, they'll get heartbroken, they'll bounce back. Fall in love, get heartbroken, they will bounce back. Fall in love, get heartbroken, they will bounce back. Fall in love, get heartbroken, they will bounce back. Because the order of the day for them is just loving people. You can't take it away from them. It's in their DNA.
Mm-mm.
It's in, no.
Wait,
No,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no, no, no,
wait,
no.
wait,
See,
Michael,
no.
wait now,
Nana
wait,
says something about different types of love, so you have to understand where I'm
wait,
coming
wait,
from.
wait. I want to say
Mm.
something very
Okay.
quickly. I used to be a natural hugger. Michael, you remember me now? At
I
least
know that
I
for sure.
love.
If you are not the natural organ now, then that means it was not in your DNA. If
No, no.
something like
Let me
don't let
explain.
anything change you. You
Wait
see that
In
happy
now.
and
COVID,
normal.
Wait,
post-COVID days.
wait. It's not even COVID. Me, anybody, and I don't care. I will hug a homeless person. Doesn't bother me. I will hug some random stranger. It doesn't bother me, like that. But then when I started realizing how some people felt or how it affected some people, because I got stopped because I hugged someone and that person automatically believed, she loves me. She's in love with me. I mean, I was just like, hey, how you doing? Hug. Nobody, I can't get rid of this person. And
Mm.
and not just that one incident. I got into trouble a couple of times just from being a natural hugger. So I had to start thinking about, okay, let me know someone a bit more before I go into hugging. So if I meet someone for someone, hello, how you doing? I'll extend my hand and I'll shake, because it, I'm telling you, until someone stalks you, you don't know how psychologically debilitating it is. It can wreck you, no matter how strong you think you are. When someone simply won't let you be, won't take no for an answer, invades your space, is always all up in your grill, you will be like, what's I buy for your market where I no pay?
Has obsession.
And it is, yeah, and it is deliberate. So you have to start looking and going, okay, I can't continue as usual. I have to be a bit smarter about
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm also the person that if I love and someone breaks my heart, it takes me years, not months, so years before I can actually open up myself to be in another relationship.
I think it takes me about a day.
Ah, hey, it's too late. I am like, continue. Sorry. I am weak.
It's like,
Honestly,
okay, you don't have, we're on to the next love.
I have nothing to say. Let me just quickly read out Dr. Senu's comments. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. Assumes you love yourself. So I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Love yourself. But the injunction is saying, love yourself, then extend it to your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, the need to avoid selfish is big. Self love does not mean love yourself. Then no need to bother with anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says physical demonstration of affection and love is also cultural. Yeah, that is true because you know that in Korea, this is one of the reasons why I want a Korean boyfriend so bad. Do you know that in Korea, Valentine is actually spent celebrated the other way? Is the woman that gives cards and sweets and chocolates, not the man. It would be my happiest thing ever. Then Dr. Seno says the ability to be physically affectionate is both innate and learned, but context is always necessary. Then Mapula said, I personally like the idea of Valentine, the Valentine thing. I like the idea that someone will go all out to show you how they feel about you on a day other than your birthday. I got a beautiful card from my son. Oh, isn't that
Uh,
lovely? And then Dr. Senu said, Abby, stalking has nothing to do with you, everything to do with them. I was stalked by someone I possibly shook hands twice with. So you see, a simple show of oh hi that kind of thing, and next thing the person has believed that you are their personal
mhm.
property and you belong
You
to
don't
them.
even have to touch the person sometimes.
Sometimes you don't
Just
even
the
have to
talk,
touch the
just a
person,
word.
but that's why I'm saying that I had to rethink hugging people because
Mm.
especially when I got into trouble several times because of it, I just thought I will get to know you a bit more first before I start to dash you hug because I know the and I didn't because I've always considered myself a very strong person, but when that stalking thing happened, hell, I know I was not myself. I definitely was not myself. So, but Dr. Senu says it's not me, it's them. So we'll keep it at that. Michael, oh yeah, continue. Sorry for breaking in, but I needed to put that in there. Where's Michael? Michael are vexed because I interrupted his talking
You're
to his.
gone.
No, he hasn't gone. He's still
You
here.
chased away my
Hey, I didn't
tears.
chase him away before I get beaten. I got me. Oh, it's actually Mr. H that abandoned me. Hmm. Oh yeah, WRA. Okay, he's not there because I actually want to keep it an hour and a half because I
Mm.
understand that people are celebrating
And
their
there's a match
birthday
going on. I think
and there's a
PSG
yes,
and
and there's a
PSG and
match.
another one I forgotten.
And Ray Gold said Valentine is about showing love to someone. It can be your wife, husband, children, friends, parents, babes. Okay, I don't know about babes, but whatever.
Maybe babies, motherless babies, motherless
I
babies.
don't know if it's motherless babies, but he wrote babes, sha. But the thing is, to be honest, it doesn't have to be a romantic kind of love. It's the celebration of love. So love in every entirety it comes. And some people will be like, sugar daddy and sugar babe love too is love now. So why are you removing us? Ahead, Dr. Seno has even advocated for them. He said side chicks. So side chicks will be like, are you saying that we are undeserving of love?
Oh, they are very
What
deserving.
about Agbara and overload? If that is what you want, by all means enjoy yourself.
Enjoy
But
anything to make you happy.
let's go quickly into the troubles. So the realities is that for a lot of people, they talk about, oh, love this, love that, and it's not the truth. It's not the truth of the matter. They're being beaten every day, and yet they'll come out and go, oh, he's the one that makes my heart bleed. And it's not true. And then, of course, the troubles. We've touched briefly on that about, sometimes the way you express it. But Nana, would you like to delve into that aspect of troubles that Valentine can bring?
Yes, because there are lots of misconception on Valentine, what it should be like, what it should feel like, what it should appear like. The people get into trouble. So someone could go and, as you were saying earlier, that somebody used maybe a whole year's rent to impress the girl, and the next thing now you're in debt. Another time again, you're trying to balance this of, okay, maybe this sugar daddy has this side chick and he has this wife. And who do you show love to that day? Who do you devote your day to that day? One person will get offended. And then,
But
or
one
maybe,
has legitimate reason to be offended more than the other now.
yeah, but the side chick maybe has anything could happen. And then women again, maybe a wife sees her husband with another girl on Valentine's Day. Now, breaking her head and stuff. But those are the kind of troubles that come out. And then people get the wrong opinion because people want to be loved. People want to celebrate Valentine's Day. They probably did not research on whoever it is they're spending it with. And they just go, okay, I shall have a vow. It will go down into history that I wasn't alone. I had a Valentine to spend my day with. And they go to spend the day, maybe, of course, wrongly, and they end up in bed, and she ends up getting pregnant. And of course, it's not a proper relationship. So what do? This is damn if you do, damn if you don't. You leave the pregnancy, you're damned. You take out the pregnancy, you're damned. So that's kind of trouble that people go. And then in most cases, it's women. You see, when pregnancy occurs, and this is why I always say this, it's the women that suffer.
Oh, yeah.
The man does not suffer. Of course, you could shout at him, you could curse him, everything, yes. But it's the women that suffer because we are divided. Do I take out this pregnancy? Do I keep it? If I keep it, this will happen. If I take it out, this will happen. And this is a child's life we're talking about. Every child is a blessing. Believe me, every child is a blessing. I know some people who are looking for children. There's somebody very close to me. She's trying to get pregnant. She has spent crazy amount of money and she's yet to get pregnant. So the idea of somebody removing a pregnancy is not something that really goes down well with me. Then you keep the child. Then the child, again, you can't even take care of the child. Then the child becomes destitute. You become destitute. You see, so rather than get to this point, why not just do what you need to do? Do the right thing from the scratch, because every action has consequences. So why not just keep it real, keep it holy?
But don't you think that is a bit on the extreme scale? This is 2023. We're not in the dark ages. People know about contraception.
Hello, have you ever heard of contraceptive failing? Have you ever heard of someone that took out her womb but still got pregnant? She had a topic and the child grew to final term. There's no contraceptive something that will tell you that it's 100% effective. None will tell you that. It's a lie.
How did this conversation? You two. I'm going to carry Koboko for. How did this conversation change to pregnancy now?
Well, I was talking about things that will come up, due to expectations of Valentine, which could include unwanted pregnancies. So he jumped into it and told me it's okay to have the sex. It mustn't result to pregnancy. Man, me parkway.
Nana, I'm not saying
that's extreme.
Wait. Before we wait. I think I think it's a bit hard to tell people not to have sex.
It's their prerogative if they want to have, but do not say that someone did not tell you Valentine is not necessarily a day for making love.
No, it's not.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But
it's not necessarily a day.
On Valentine's Day, it is nice to make love because, if you spend a whole day being feted and everything, it is almost like a natural conclusion to.
No, sir. You give me gift doesn't mean I'll sleep with you.
No,
No, no.
I'm saying
I'm
people in a relationship nah. I'm not
That's a different thing. It don't they
uh,
happen
no, will
since.
you just go and be sleeping with somebody in the name of
Oh
the
yes, people
relationship? I
do.
don't know you
People
from
do.
Adam. From
People do. And that's what I was talking about. I said because some people who are desperately trying to maintain a Valentine Day relationship, they jump into
Please, so
situations
let me
like
make
this.
it clear. Anybody that give me gifts, don't expect toy toy yo.
But this
No.
is what this is. Those are the people I'm referring to. But for people who are used to having that, they're already in a relationship or in a marriage, it's inevitable.
I will write you poetry. Anyways, there are so many troubles that Valentine can bring. You can put yourself under unnecessary pressure.
Pressure.
You can put yourself, you can get into depression. I know there are some people right now who are depressed. In fact, there's a guy that I follow on Instagram. As soon as Valentine started to get closer and closer, he actually put out a post and said, I can't post anything anymore because I am depressed and I'm miserable, because I know that the next week I'm going to be spending it alone. And I said, you know what, if you need to talk, call me. If you need to know that someone cares about you, call me. I will talk to you. You don't have to be alone. But don't put this expectation on yourself. I mean, shutting down your account because you are depressed that you are alone. And I was like, you have to find a way to find love for yourself. I totally understand it, because for a long time, and Nana, you know that for a long time I had no love for myself. I didn't care either way what happened to me. But the moment I started to understand what it meant to truly love myself, and I started to enjoy my own
Mhm.
love for
Mhm.
myself, I'm telling you,
Mhm.
it changed. Everything changed. So it is important so that you don't run into trouble. It is important that you find a way to pour love on yourself. So that even when somebody else doesn't give it to you, getting love from somebody else, is it nice? Oh my God, it's
It's a
amazing.
wonderful
If
thing.
you don't, you should still be all right. Okay?
You don't need the
And,
validation.
and then the man of the hour is here. Miss Doctor said no. Okay, I
Really?
don't know. Hey, there's going to be fights. Three
Am
men
I
that love
here?
Nana
Ah,
are
now wow.
together. Okay.
Okay,
The more the
all right.
merrier.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes, we
Yeah, we
can.
can.
Okay.
Nana,
I
let
beg,
me
don't,
just leave this
don't
place
love
for you. Now
making
you get today.
Hey, sorry, oh. Just a second. Hold on a sec.
Nana, did you hear me? I
What do
said
you say?
let me abandon the show for you. Now you get today.
Ah,
Only you three
look at
men.
me, oh. I don't have
Hey,
air in my heartbeat.
before we go, let me just leave it. Now you get them. Just say
Mbanu.
that chocolate me I get. May I leave?
Yeah,
May I leave
you
the
see, we will not gonna get the chocolate. Okay?
now woman give me.
Hey, no matter, no woman remember give you chocolate.
No, I didn't give you chocolate.
The only
You know, as I'm eating it, I'm calculating in my head.
my middle son called me and said Happy Valentine's Day, and I said thank you. I'm like, hey, you remember Valentine's Day? He said yes. I said I said yeah. You remember you have Valentine? You have a Valentine this year? He said he's 13. He said yes. He has a Valentine this year. Who? He said it's you.
Mommy,
Oh, I was
enjoy
like,
it
you
because
know, said
next
okay.
year it's not going to be you.
The next thing. The next thing was, what are you going to give me for Valentine? Now that you're my Valentine, what are you going to give me? I said, okay,
Hallelujah.
what do you want? He said he wants AirPod, he wants smartwatch, Apple Watch. We're like, no. No.
It means you that ask question. Do not ask a question you are not ready for the answer.
It was too good. I was like, oh, I was so happy. I said it was demand.
I was actually expecting him to ask you for money so that he could buy you a present.
See, Wala now. It was for himself.
Leave things. A boy after my own heart. Don't ask a question you don't want the answer. Dr. Senu, where are you?
This man who is multitasking all over the place. Let me see where I am. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can hear
okay.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
people are sending me comments, so I'll be reading it. You guys, oh yeah, continue.
Mm-hmm.
well, there isn't much to say. I mean, my, you guys have trashed the issue as it should be trashed, but Valentine's Day was actually more of a romantic thing to start with, but it was extended to showing love in general. And then, of course, the commercial people got into the act, and then there are the chocolates and the flowers and the expensive dates and all that. Now, my attitude is that what's the harm in it? If
Mm-hmm.
you are going to enjoy one day of the year like that, fine. But obviously, you can't restrict showing love to one day of the year. But if you
Mm-hmm.
just want to make that day of the year a little bit special,
A little bit
who
more.
are you harming?
Yeah.
The other thing is that don't deceive yourself when you are doing it. Do it with your eyes wide open. You are simply
Mm-hmm.
having a
Yeah.
nice day. The actual love or the work behind having love proper goes beyond that one day of the year. What is
Okay.
true is that many marriages, romances have started with a Valentine's Day date. And but of course, with the statistics with marriage, many of them have also crashed. So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't kind of mean anything. It is what you make of it.
True.
As I was saying to somebody, my wife, as she then was born in January, so I would end up doing Christmas present, Valentine's Day, birthday present, Mother's Day, give out
Mm-hmm.
something for Easter. It's one thing after the other. Every other.
True.
So in the end, you think, so what's special? So what do you do with Valentine's Day? You go and buy lingerie, or you buy chocolate that she may be allergic to, or somebody who doesn't
Oh,
drink alcohol, you go and buy wine.
lingerie.
Kí ni gbogbo yẹn? It's
Lingerie.
all commercialized. But everybody should do what makes them happy, whatever turns you
True.
on, whether it's
True.
side chick. And while we are on the subject, a man who has 4 wives and one side chick, while are they, what's he going to do with Valentine's? Is he going to give one of them?
Now you cause the wahala for yourself. Something they down what she was in Maduka.
But the way
Meaning that
Valentine's is
Well,
bread.
happening now, your children can give you Valentine's Day present. That was never
No,
the
yes, they can really.
But if you go to shop, you see it. Happy Valentine's Day. But the reason why is this: there might be a man who lost his wife, and the
Mm-hmm.
children are there. The man hasn't remarried, so the
Mm-hmm.
children will now give him what his wife would have given him. That was
Yeah.
how that one started,
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa. Or it could even be a divorce which is traumatic, and the children in their head they still think the parents should be together. So in order
Yeah.
to make the one of the spouses that they are close to feel as
Mm-hmm.
if they are still loved, they will
Yeah.
now act in as that other spouse and give them a Valentine's Day thing. So
Yeah.
and it
Dr.
is
Sheila had said something earlier now.
made of it because it's not
Mm-hmm.
it's no long thing really.
Mm-hmm.
As for that one that had Bella without womb, Nana, I will challenge you on that one. What I would
Yes.
agree is that people can have
Mm.
Bella a without tubes after ectopic.
That's a
But
topic.
but the womb is what is needed to carry the pregnancy. So
What
unless
about those that have it in
what
the
happens
what about ectopic pregnancies,
what
please?
happens with ectopic pregnancies, it is true that the ectopic pregnancy can go and implant somewhere outside the womb. But those places are not designed for a pregnancy. And 9 out of 10 times, the pregnancy will terminate very early. You can
Um,
it can
but it can
there's
happen. They
no
can
other
get
part of the
pregnant that way,
body
sha.
that can sustain a pregnancy that
Nana,
long.
let him. He's a gynecologist. Let him.
Pregnancy
No,
is
no, no. What you don't get my question. It's possible to conceive and have a pregnancy, not that it will stay till the full term.
Yes.
yes, it is.
That
It is
was my
just why
talk.
ectopics happen.
Pregnancy.
Ectopics happen in the wrong parts of the body.
But this is what I said. I said
But if
pregnancy.
somebody has had their womb removed, the fact is that where the sperm can go and meet the egg, it goes through the womb. So if the
Mhm.
womb has been removed and the vagina is closed, there's nowhere for the sperm to go and meet the egg.
Vagina is closed.
Yes, if you have a hysterectomy, if you close the vagina, you won't have periods anymore. It's just
No, your
close the sac.
cervix is still functional. You can have sex.
You should be able to have it. So
No, that we keep
Okay.
calling everything vagina, but it's not
No,
vagina.
I was
the
trying to
cervix
remember my biology.
Abby, look So if you are removing womb, remove cervix, because the risk of cervical cancer is worse without a womb if you've left the cervix.
Okay, just for record
Although
purposes.
we used to do subtotal hysterectomies where we used to leave the cervix in young people. As we generally do, we generally ask, what are you doing with the cervix? Is it contributing to sex? You know?
How do you
So
have sex
how do
without
you?
the cervix?
Thank you, thank you. That's
How
how I
do
need
you
to
have this?
understand.
Exactly. Listen, you can have sex without a womb, and the womb doesn't have to have the cervix in it, and enjoy it.
So the vagina is there, but the cervix is gone.
Yes, because if the cervix is
How
essentially
do you confuse me? No, no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
eh?
Wait. I'm confused.
You want me to take you back to anatomy 101? Eh? Listen, I teach postgraduate
Okay,
doctors,
where does the
not medical
penis go
students.
through?
I know exactly what I'm talking about. But yes, there are
No,
subtotal
Dr. Senu,
hysterectomies.
sorry, where does the penis go enter?
In the vagina now, haba.
So banana is still there.
How can you not have a
Abby.
vagina and have sex? That one is door closed all the way.
Vagina is not
No,
closed
the
now.
cervix is the little neck of the womb. It is not the
Okay,
vagina.
my apologies. You see, we
Can
learn
Because
every day on this
we
show.
learn every day,
you can
because
remove
this is scared me.
no,
It
you can
scared me
remove the
just
womb
now.
and still leave the cervix. You can.
Okay,
The only thing is
okay,
that if you remove the womb and still leave the cervix, you need to keep having smears, because the cervical cancer risk is still there if there is a cervix. Sometimes, if you are removing the womb, it may be technically better to just leave the cervix because it may be very bloody, maybe with fibroids, with additions, and so on. But on a general level, people tend to have total hysterectomies, although some women claim that the presence of the cervix leads to enjoyment with sex. But I mean, you leave it, you don't remove what somebody doesn't want to be removed. But the point I was
okay. I
making
think
about
we have to talk about this another day, because I need
yeah,
details.
we can. Yeah, but my point is that if you've had a hysterectomy, you should not be able to get pregnant because there's no
Okay,
way that the sperm will go and meet the egg. And besides, most of the time when you remove the womb, the blood supply to the ovaries it goes very quickly. So people who
okay,
have hysterectomies, they usually tend to have very early menopause because this blood supply to the ovaries is a major part of it comes from the womb, and eventually the ovaries will just retire. And without ovaries, no eggs, no pregnancy. So what
okay,
you
okay,
said is not theoretically possible, but practically it's very rare indeed, if at all it happens. What you are
okay,
right about is that ectopic pregnancies can happen outside the womb, but
okay.
the womb is what was designed for pregnancy. Nowhere
Yes.
else is. And
Mm-hmm.
even with the womb, if I tell you that 1 in 5 pregnancies are aborts, it is true. A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
have dead periods. They don't know they've been pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. They just
Mm-hmm.
do it, you know. So, but let's not talk gynae stuff. It's a bit boring.
It's not boring. No, we're
No,
learning
we are
something,
going to
Nana.
do. We are going to actually have a day where we are going to be like,
Hey,
okay,
Mika,
you
you
come
want to
and
turn me into a
tell us.
lecturer?
You will
We
come
were
and
talking
tell us
about
everything.
Valentine's Day, Jare, our side chicks. They love to know
No.
sleep.
It's part of
Everything
loving ourselves. So
our it's part of loving ourselves, taking care of ourselves down the road.
Uh-huh.
Do you know? I know
And what
someone
I was
who.
saying to with the gentleman was that if you try to reword love your neighbor as yourself, it will go wrong. Love your neighbor as yourself. It is expected that you should love yourself. If you don't love yourself, there's a problem. And if you don't love yourself, you can't love no neighbor anyway. So let's forget that one. But it is possible to love yourself
Absolutely.
and not love your neighbor. So the
mm-hmm.
injunction is that whatever love you are sharing in yourself, remember not to be selfish
Mr.
and
Emmanuel, come
extend it.
back home because I'm about to bring you on.
But
Continue,
that's
Dr.
all.
Senu.
It's all trenchy, and we read these things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like somebody wrote on Facebook. He said, "Marriage is not supposed to make you happy." Me, I said,
Ah,
"Okay, so is marriage supposed to make you sad?" So he said
That's
to
what
me,
I'm wondering too.
No. So he said to me, "Marriage is not supposed to make you happy. Does not mean that marriage is supposed to make you sad." I
So
said, "You
what's
have
it
to
supposed to
be
make
careful
you?
with your wording. Let us say that marriage is challenging. It teaches you patience. It teaches you how to love another person. It teaches you all these things. But at the end of it, should you be unhappy?
Mm-mm.
So, but of course, he comes from a fundamental Christian point of view that it's meant to do God word. I just said, you know what? When it's coming to believe matters, it's time to step back. But I
Mm.
just said, if something doesn't make you happy, you step away from it. When you say
Mm-hmm.
marriage is not supposed to make you happy, when people are in unhappy marriages, you are telling them essentially that
Yeah.
they should not try to address it because
I,
the primary aim of being married is not happiness. And I find that challenging
I
because I
actually,
understand.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
I
thought that
like that.
what that man, I actually thought that what that man meant was before you go into marriage, you're supposed to be a happy person.
I
Not
understand
that
that.
you're going
And
to
I
live,
told him that. I
not that
understand
you're
that.
going to live.
I
Mhm.
understand that.
Okay.
But if you are in a marriage and then you are not happy,
And you
should you
read
then
that.
take the view that
Mm.
because marriage is
Mm.
not supposed to make you happy,
Mm.
that's no reason for you to not rethink the marriage? That's fine. Of course, it's not
Oh,
just marriage.
absolutely.
Yeah, even yourself, you shouldn't be relying on your partner to make you happy. You better go and find
True.
happiness wherever it lives,
True.
so that you and your
Mm-hmm.
partner can be happy together. Because if you don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to be happy or love
Yes.
yourself, you are going to be a shithead in the marriage. You are
Apart
going to
from that, you're
be
going to be a liability.
miserable. Yeah, you'll be making the guy miserable, and you will never make happiness yourself. So all those ones I perfectly understand. But I thought that was a headline thing.
That could be
Marriage
misunderstood.
should not make you happy. I understand what you say. Get your expectations about marriage realistic. Try and make yourself happy. Try and love yourself. You'll be a better partner if that happens. But well, even despite my explanation, he still tried to justify his. And I just said, I think we are going to disagree to agree here. You need to be careful with your words. Just say that
Mm.
marriage is not a bed of roses, and if you work at it and you get happiness from it, you would also have gained other skills, how to live with people, how to manage your relationships with in-laws, with work people, and children. Children challenge us. Hey, as somebody who has not been patient in their life, when you have children, that patience, you will find it wherever it comes from. Because
Okay, let's not the
Absolutely.
Valentine buzz because I'm getting bummed out. Before I bring Mr. Emmanuel on, I actually want to talk about just very quickly this women matter that we need Dr. Seno to come on, because Dr. Seno actually met somebody who has never seen herself downstairs. He does not have a clue what she looks like, and I was
Babe,
like,
are you supposed to put mirror there and be
how?
looking at yourself? Really?
No, but okay, doctor, let me not answer. Dr. Seno, do you think a woman should know what she looks like down there?
well, I think it's irresponsible not to. How can you not know what you look like? There's mirror, there's video. Pata pata, you go to doctor and you tell them to take picture and show you your picture. Why are you
Ah,
hiding yourself? Do you hate the way you look?
okay.
A vagina is a vagina is a vagina. Oh yeah,
You,
that one. Because,
thank
Nana, why
you,
are you
Nana.
looking away?
I suspect that you needed to hear
Nana,
that
why are you
answer.
looking
Who,
away?
me?
please have a look
Me?
at
No,
Look
yourself.
at
why
No, Nana.
me?
why?
See, let me explain something. I'm an esthetician. So I've seen all type. I do Brazilian wax. So I've seen all types.
Oh
I know
Jesus.
what mine looks like. But I'm just wondering, is it a normal thing to just go and carry mirror and be looking on a normal day?
It's very
It's
normal. You
no.
should know what
I
you
think the
look like.
question for you, Nana, is why is it abnormal? I'm not saying it's normal. No. Why is it abnormal?
No, because it's not like, why do you want to look at yourself down there? Really?
I said you can
Why?
Do you know the number of
you
times
can
men
put
look at their
lipstick on
prick?
it.
No, that one. But
Why
why
is it
would a woman
different? It's
want to
not
look
different.
at? It's what I need to understand. I
No,
want to look at it
so that
for
you will know
waxing
where to put
purposes.
lipstick and eyeshadow.
Ah, no, no, no. You don't need to see
Okay,
it to know.
Nana, Nana,
You
okay.
don't need to see it to
When
know
you
where to
finish, I
put
will answer you
anything.
there.
You don't need to see it to know. It's reflex. It's inborn. The direction is there. You don't need map.
No,
You
me, I
don't
Okay,
need
need to know
map.
where I'm going to put
okay,
lipstick.
Nana.
No, sir.
Anatomically, there's
Yes,
no
sir.
way you are seeing yourself without being a contortionist. You either need a
Mhm.
mirror or you need a
And that's what we're
video.
saying. Mirror.
Anatomically, you can't. But
Now.
if you want your what is call it what your honeypot to look a certain way. Maybe you have to actually know what it looks like in the first place to know where you want it to go. So if somebody comes to you and says they want some work done there, and they don't know what it looks like, you don't have a starting point because.
But this is what I'm saying. For that purpose, I know what it looks like. I know what other people's own looks like too. But then I'm
The
saying
person
on.
who comes to meet you, for instance, somebody
Is
goes to
he
meet a breast
responsible
surgeon.
not to
My
know? Let's
breast is
just be
big, my breast
No.
is small. Okay,
Mm-mm.
what do you want your breast to be like? Average? So look at all these examples of pictures of breasts. Where would you like your own to be? And this is an extreme example because
You're not
I know
getting the
what you
point. I
feel
was
is
trying to
something.
figure out why the reason, and she said the reason was to know where to direct Kondosi. But the thing is, you don't need to know. You don't need to see it to know where to.
Ah,
Because when you,
Okay.
excuse me, ma,
we
excuse
did
me, ma, excuse
Uh-uh.
me, ma. Very, very importantly, we've been at this business for a long time. When you are leading the thing there, it's not as if you are going to put mirror. Okay, okay, move to the left, move to the right.
Ah,
No, you already know it,
Nana,
sir.
I am shocked. How old is this person? You
Who?
can put your finger there now. How hard is that? There
But
are
this
only
is
two
what I'm
holes
saying
there.
now.
The
Mr.
one that you
Ed,
can't
Ed,
enter and the one
If
that you
it's
can
if
enter.
it's if it's for
okay,
that
yes.
reason, then you really don't need to look at it. For other reasons, I just want to see what it looks like.
No,
Yes,
you
I
don't. You
want to
don't.
see.
But what's wrong with looking? Okay, for instance, if you come to meet me as a gynecologist, and you say you've
Mhm,
got an itching vagina, or you've got something with your vagina, or it's sore, I will
mhm,
actually ask you. I can show you because we have things you can. I say, is this what it normally looks like? Is this redder than it used to be? Because if people have allergies, they are not just so I will ask you, and of course, if you
yes,
tell me I don't
and
look at
that makes
enough,
sense too. But on a
so you see,
normal day, is what I asked her. What is the reason? And she said for sexual reasons. And I said for sexual.
No.
You said
no,
put the
for
thing.
sexual reasons, no.
It is important
But
to
it's nice
know.
to know
It's
your
just
body. That's
important to
Eh,
know what it looks
eh.
like.
For what purpose? If it's for sexual reason, you don't need to
No, not
know.
for sexual reason. I was
Oh,
just
okay,
saying
okay,
that
okay,
it is
okay.
just important as a woman to know what you look like under there. It just makes sense. So that if anything abnormal should be happening, then at least you have a reference point. You're not
Mm-hmm.
getting to something abnormal is going, then you're going to go and look. You don't even know what it looked like before. Then what are you looking for? You don't know. You don't know what you're looking for because you didn't even know
I
what it
think
looked like in the first place.
I think I understand what a lot of us here are saying. Is
Oh dear.
I think we're all saying the same thing. Okay, it's just that maybe our terminologies and the way we're putting it is what's making it look a little bit different.
Why are men who don't have
Now,
vaginas talking?
no. Hold on a minute. You see, that's what you think. That's what you think. Now, I'll tell you. I'll say this. I'm not trying to digress. You see, as a woman or as a man, especially as a woman, if you know what your vagina looks like, it helps you to understand all the different parts that makes the whole vagina. Okay, now some men are expert in giving head, like me. Now I love it.
Mm.
It's like my happy. It's like
Now you confess.
it's yes,
I'm not
I love
hearing
it.
this anymore. I will be
I
lying.
no.
I'm just
It
joking.
is it is only it is only
How you
a
come back
man.
here? You can't
It
leave
is
only me here.
only it is only a man that has not sucked a vagina before that will not understand what I'm talking about. It is one of the most
Dr. Shenu,
Come out.
pleasurable thing
Dr. Shenu, are you
you can
quiet?
Is
offer.
it safe to come out?
So when you're sucking the vagina, you need to understand. See, a lot of people don't understand that there's what they call vagina massage. They don't know. A lot of men
Mm-hmm.
don't know. A lot of women don't even know how to massage
Mm-hmm.
the vagina. They don't know with their tongue, with their mouth, with the lips. They
Emmanuel,
don't
come
know.
back here.
You need to. So you need to understand this thing. You need to understand your G spot. You need to understand. It's very important. So as a woman, if you know what your vagina looks like, it sort of helps you. There are different kinds of vagina. We can't
Okay.
start describing them. But for
Yeah,
a woman to
I understand.
understand,
Yes.
for a woman to say, I want to understand what my vagina looks like from a sexual point of view. You
Mm,
understand what I'm saying? It's like trying to
mm,
understand yourself and how you respond to certain things.
okay.
You have
You
to
know,
understand how to respond to it when it comes sexually.
okay.
Look,
I
let me
will
tell you
I will
something.
take
Let me tell you something. A lot of
mm-hmm.
see, let me be honest with you. A lot of women think men actually understand their penis. A lot of women think a lot of men understand it.
I
Fine,
don't know
let me
which
tell you,
women you're talking to. We know they don't know.
yeah, of course, man. There's
We
so
know
many
they
men
don't
that don't
know.
understand. A lot of men, there's so many. I mean, look, I know there's a doctor in the house. They can educate us more, but trust you me, some of us are just pros. I don't understand. The truth is this, eh? It is very important for a man to understand all the different parts of his body, especially his sexual organs. And this is the reason why, if you're not careful as a man, you will find out that certain things are happening around your what's it called, your manhood, and you don't even understand. As a woman, if you understand your vagina, you'll be able to detect that something is wrong somewhere by just seeing certain things. You're like, oh, what's going on here? This is very unusual. And that's you understanding your vagina. Same with a man. I'll tell you one thing.
We have
Some
turned
men
to
have
sex
sexual,
education on this show.
some men, listen,
In fact, now
some men,
see,
some
I'm
men,
trying to keep
some
my
men,
head above.
doctor, 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 correct me if I'm wrong. Some men do not even understand that. Some men have sexually transmitted diseases and they don't even know they do. And that's because you don't even understand
And they
you
show
don't
for
understand.
face. They
Yes.
show for the team too now.
No,
Not all
it shows,
sexually,
it shows, it
not all
shows.
of them have symptoms anyway.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes,
Most
not
of
all
them
of
are
them,
You don't know what
asymptomatic.
but
you're.
some,
That's
yeah,
why
but
test
some of
and
them,
Please
yeah.
wait. Can we move this particular topic? And
To
I know
another
you just
day.
started it though. I know
okay,
you
all right.
started it. Can we move it to
Adjournment
after party?
seconded and postponed.
Ah, I was just about to call Emmanuel and he left.
It's
Ah,
going to come back. I think he went for a drink.
he needed the drink. I need a drink too myself.
So
In
do
fact,
I.
I need a whole
White
shower.
wine on the rocks.
I need
Make
a
it
whole shower.
Chardonnay. Make it Chardonnay.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, thank you for joining us. This is the very first time we're actually having him. Also, a round of applause. First timer. Welcome, welcome. So, what do you think about Valentine? Please don't tell me what to talk about vagina. Let's stick to Valentine.
The all-star with me. The all-star with me.
Share with us your realities and maybe the troubles that you've come across with Valentine, please. We can't hear you. Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me
Aha.
now?
Yes, we can
Mhm.
hear you. Yes.
So to me, I think Valentine's. I would like to say Valentine's is like every other day, maybe because I'm single, but every day is for love. But
I want single
all the
Pringle.
same, exactly. So I think it's not bad to take a special day out and celebrate the one you love. Not necessarily your romantic partner, but it could be your brother. I have only one brother, so I like to take him as my best friend. So yeah, could be your brother as a guy or your sister as a lady. And yeah, just any day, just one day to celebrate the people you love and celebrate love as a whole, not necessarily wearing red up and down like I saw in where I live today. And
People are
I've
wearing red.
celebrated. Yeah, despite the fact that we're seeing shege in Nigeria, people still had red on their body today. So I saw people were queuing
They were
for.
channeling Shango. Okay, continue.
So at the ATM, like I think you all know what is happening in Nigeria now, and
Of
the
course.
whole also for cash. People were actually wearing red. I even met a guy at POS stand who was begging the girl for cash because he wanted to buy a gift for his girlfriend and whatnot. So yeah, I've celebrated Valentine's Day only twice. Every other year, I hate Valentine's Day, quotes and unquotes, but
Yeah.
just
I can be
2020
your
and 20.
Valentine. Because Mr. H that is over there that claimed to be my Valentine. He's not Valentine nothing.
I mean, well, is he in Nigeria? If he's in Nigeria, then we understand why.
No, it's not in Nigeria. Oh. It does not have
Then,
the excuse of Nigeria to hang on to.
then we don't understand. We should hold him by his shirt and he must
Exactly.
give
Did
him
you
his
hear that, Mr. H? I'm to hold you by your shirt.
So twice, the first time 2020, I paid my then girlfriend a surprise visit from Lagos to Port Harcourt. I drove down and it was a memorable one. The next year, being long
Have
distance, the
the
same
breakfast.
lady. She did. She went to have my breakfast last year,
Yeah, I'm
few
sorry.
days after Valentine's Day. So yeah, so that's
Oh,
pretty
she
much my
waited for
Valentine's.
Valentine, then she served you the breakfast. Oh my,
Yes, exactly. So it was.
I'm sorry. I want to say sharp girl.
I didn't even get her anything, so it was a win-win. She left, and I didn't have to spend anything. So, but that's basically my Valentine story and what I think.
Oh.
So,
Well, one thing that we know that happens on this show is love happens all the
Mm-hmm.
time. So keep
Yeah.
joining us, and who knows, next year you'll be saying, "Thanks to Wongalo Crew News, oh, I now have Valentine of
wait,
a
it's every
permanent kind."
Tuesday. It's every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday is Champions League
Every
night.
Tuesday, every Tuesday is Champions League.
Yes.
Mr.
Sure.
Man,
So
when you
I'll
have
be
woman,
joining.
you cannot
Sure.
be sitting down and say every Tuesday is Champions League.
Sure.
I mean, we'll find a way to go to work it out.
Okay, oh, okay, oh. Yeah, I'm
I
trying to tell you
finished. I
that there's
finished.
something called compromise. So
Is
you
this who's
better be
putting love
good.
there?
There is now we have with us someone who is a dedicated listener, but she hasn't had the opportunity to come on until today. I'm so excited. A round of applause for Sasha. Hi, Sasha. We can't see your face, it's dark.
I know. I do apologise. Hi everyone. I know my flat's
How you
quite
Hi.
dark.
doing?
Yeah,
So
I'm good,
how have
thanks.
you celebrated Valentine?
Oh well, I do apologise. I've not long got in. That's why I've just come in now. I'm just
Oh,
eating.
she just gotten in at past 11. It must have been good.
Mm,
Oh
Tell us, tell us, tell us.
well, I'd like to say that, but no. Well, it was good, but not in that. Well, a Valentine's kind of way.
Food. When I say good, I'm usually meaning food. Food is my love language.
Oh yeah, I've got some chicken and rice and chapatis.
I like
Mm-hmm.
chapati.
I love chapatis.
So what is your overall thought on Valentine and the
Oh,
stress that people put themselves through, the heartache that some people unfortunately get. Like, I mean, here's a lovely young man there who's just talked about, oh, he went and spent Valentine with his girlfriend, and then shortly after that she served him a hefty dose of bread, tea, and eggs breakfast.
oh, I missed that one because I was just coming at the end of the story.
Oh,
I think
okay. He served him breakfast of the Bonner Boy kind, not food.
I suppose like if you're with someone and you're happy, then it's all good. But when you're not,
But isn't it a bit devious to wait till after Valentine, though?
Hello. He said he didn't buy her a gift. Probably that's the reason why they parted. Probably he didn't buy her the gift, and she was
Oh,
bitter and she was angry. And probably somebody else wanted to buy her the gift and spend the day with her, and she said, "No,
uh,
there's this dude is gonna come." And then look at us today.
she didn't buy me a gift either, so I don't see why I should
But did
have.
you buy her gift?
uh,
Maybe gift buying is her love language. Did you buy her gift? Uncle
I mean, I
Emmanuel,
bought her
did you buy
gift
her
for
gift? And now you're
children.
blaming her for giving you breakfast. Tit for tat.
uh, there's a lot of pressure,
So
isn't
that's
there?
how it is. That's how we roll now.
Sasha is saying something.
That's,
She speaks softly. Please, let's hear her.
is it
Sasha, what were you
suspicious?
saying? Sorry,
I
I'm
know.
Is
just
it
laughing.
really suspicious that you have to buy gift for her to stay? Yeah.
I
Okay,
think let's hear
Sasha will
Sasha
come
first,
back.
then we'll come back.
Well, let's
Okay.
hear Sasha's comments. Sasha,
Well,
yeah.
I do feel right. There's a lot of pressure put on you because of Valentine's Day, and
Yes.
you don't. Well, some people they try to get it right, but they don't. There's just no pleasing some people. I'm not really that bothered about Valentine's, even though I'm single. Even when I was in relationships, you know, It's just another way of making money,
I'm
isn't it?
I'm not bothered because I'm single, but the monument, I am hooked.
Mm.
And Emma will not tell me that it's just like every other day. The fight will be epic.
Love is to be celebrated every
It
other
will be
every
an
day.
epic fight
Sure.
because I'm
So did you give her
expecting.
gift every other day? Did you give her gift every other day manually?
At
No,
random,
look, let
yes.
me tell you, my Valentine doesn't have to even cost a dime.
No, yes, I said it before. Really, I was
It
just pulling
doesn't have to
Emmanuel's
cost
leg.
a
Really,
dime. You see, let me give any man who is thinking, oh, let me go and meet Abe. Let me give you expo. You see, if you want me to be like jumping up and down, that I've had Valentine. Food number one. If you cook it, the better.
Mm.
Even if it's not sweet, but that you cooked it. I will be so happy. Number two, back rubs. Chai! You don't know how much I have suffered as a single person to get back rubs
you want
because
him to take you to a
you
spa.
can't
You
rub
want him to
your
do it
own back.
yourself.
You can't rub your own back. So to get somebody to give me correct, like deep tissue back rub, I'll be very, very happy. Wait, Nana, why you covering your eye? Is this something
Should
bad
he
that you
should he book a spa session for you, or should he do it
book a
himself?
spa session or do
Okay.
me the back rub yourself? With
Ah,
either way, as long as I'm getting the back rub, I am
okay.
happy. So
Okay.
whether it's spa or whether it's you, I will take. Then what else again? Then please let that day be music filled. Just let us dance. Let's be silly. Let's jump around. Let's sing songs to each other. You see, to me, ultimate Valentine. But I now say, I'm watching league. I'm watching league match. Oh, Shebi is
Like
like
Emmanuel.
ah,
I
you will
will.
eat stone that day. You will eat stone.
Like
I will
Emmanuel.
take rice. Trust, I'm going to go outside and pick stone and put it inside that rice for you.
Emmanuel, bring up your A game.
Exactly. What is there's league
I
game?
can
Nonsense.
multitask.
League game man nonsense.
Okay, he said he can multitask, so that's it.
So
That
yeah, I'll
makes sense.
multitask. So while we're having dinner, I'm watching Real Madrid versus Liverpool.
And then who
I
has more of your attention? Who has more of your attention?
You
The
can't be
match or
watching
her?
match
Benzema
and
has my
and have
attention. I
attention.
like.
You will not give
Shio.
attention to the woman. So that's it.
Shio.
No, but that is why we put stone inside his rice. Shebi is watching. Next thing, as he just got taka and half his teeth break, his attention.
You will learn lesson.
If my team wins, it's a win-win. It's worth it. So,
If you can't feel look after broken teeth.
oh, well, that yeah, we
And you
don't
cannot
know.
use me to do paronure. You cannot use
At
me to now
all,
use to
man.
do
Let me say
I'm sorry.
you.
Your team lose. In fact, I will not start dancing up and down the whole place.
If
So I
I
will
will go back
If
you
my
home,
know,
team
I'll
loses, I
uh,
won't
go
even
back to my
have my
parents'
team.
house.
That's the
I
thing.
don't
So,
care. Did they tell you that my parents' house they've closed my room there? I
Nina.
will go back. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Honestly, I'm so grateful for everyone who's tuned in, everyone who's joined us. I actually didn't expect we've had 8 people come on to join us, and be part of the conversation. And this is one of the reasons why I love this show so much because you hear all kinds of angles. And then not only that, oh, I have a message. Let me quickly read that. Okay, WRA said he's got to run duty calls. Love you and leave you guys. Nice meeting you all. Have fun. And then Ray Gold, Ray Gold has been leaving comments. He said Valentine is about showing love to someone. It can be your wife, husband, children, friends, parents, babes. Oh, I've read that. Valentine
Mm.
can be in any form that shows affection and love. So he said that. So I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to every single person. I'm going to go into the comment section and greet everyone first. To my darling Shehu Umar, you are amazing and I love you. I say it,
Oh.
I do love you. Thank you so much. To Chineduma Kitty, thank you. To Oluwatosin, thank you. To Mapola for the story, for the telling us about the kind of other alternative story about Valentine. Thank you so much for that. Tony Omozopia, thank you so much. Dr. Senu, thank you so much. for all your comments and then coming on live to be with us. Mapula, thank you again for all your comments. And then, of course, to Nana. Nana, you're amazing. Thank you so much to Michael, to WRA, to Dr. Senu, to Mr. H, my runaway lover. To Sasha. Sasha, I think you got lost there, but I'll put you back on to Sasha and to Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you so much, every single person who has joined. I hope I haven't missed out anyone. If I have,
Did you
please.
call Michael?
I called Michael now. Hey,
Okay.
they bomb me. They
I'm
bomb me.
just
When I call
asking.
Michael. Hey God. So, well, thank you so much, everyone. Until we do this again, same time, same place. It is Mongolo Croonings with Abby and her friends. You're all my friends. Please, those of us who are on right now in the discuss room, do not go because we're going into the after party. But for everyone else who's watching us from your homes or wherever you are, and maybe you're with your loved one enjoying your Valentine and you're watching us, we're saying to you, Happy Valentine and take care and God bless. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.